Fall is finally here. We're all setting up and going on a DIY pronghorn hunt here in Colorado. It's gonna be Ralph, myself, and our good friend Steve and Jess out in the blinds. This week, the choice is bow hunting Colorado speed goats. So everyone, the whole gang, that means us Cience Rulos and Steve and Jess, we all head out and start getting sets ready, blinds ready, and doing a little scouting.
Well, August is finally here. We're setting up blinds out there, glassing, seeing some really good bucks, like high 70 class bucks, and getting our hearts pumped for season.
Whenever you get anywhere or you're doing some scouting and you start seeing game, you just get this adrenaline rush, like, oh my gosh. And then when you start seeing some of these bucks way out in the pasture, up on the ridge, skylined, and you're looking at him going, man, he's huge, you know, what water hole's he coming to? What? It's just so much more fun, you know, going in that whole thing, to share all that, and then to take everything you're learning and put it to play. We were jacked.
So we find some good water holes that look productive. We see a lot of tracks around them, and the crazy thing is, like, where we were seeing most of the action was where we'd get a little overflow out of the water tanks where the water was just sitting on the ground. We just got to see how far this water's going down. Because see, if you set up a blind and then they come drink way down here, you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna be out of bow range, you know? And all it takes is a little tiny puddle for them, you know?
Oh, buddy, I know.
They're hitting this.
Another track right here.
There's a lot of track right in this area. There's a fresh goat track right there.
And we're setting up some blinds. We're gonna try to let them sit for about 3 weeks or so, huh?
Yeah, opener's right around the corner. So like Ralph was saying, we're gonna get them used to the blinds, and we're gonna get them.
Yeah.
We just saw some nice bucks.
We just saw some really nice bucks. So now it's just a matter of pounding these in and setting up the blinds and hoping. We're gonna set some spy points up, SPYPOINT trail cameras, and see how active, but.
And Ralph and I have the good spots, by the way.
Oh yeah, you better.
You paid me extra.
Yeah, oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay, good. See you.
Well, here in Colorado, we like to put our blinds out a month ahead of time. And out here, we get some really high winds from the summer thunderstorms. So what we do is we put 4 T-posts around all the corners, and we cinch them down with baling wire. So down here, you stake one down, that's gonna do what that one just did, if you just use regular stakes. So when you use baling wire like this with T-posts, they're like Fort Knox. It'll hold them down through like pretty much any wind you can handle. We've never had one blow away. Hopefully they'll be here when we get back. That's the way we do it, and when we get out there, our blinds are there ready to go.
We tried something a little crazy. What I did is I put some reflective up here, and we put a thermometer in this, and we put an identical blind in the same spot, and we put a thermometer in there. And we actually had a 9 to 10 degree difference in temperature with that on the roof. You know, first and foremost, what we want you to do is always pay attention to your game laws. Here in Colorado, we can use the cellular camera, but we can't use it during the season. So we're using this just to get an idea, a read of what's going on, and hopefully we're gonna get some goats. We're running our SPYPOINT cameras, we're checking out what water holes are what. And I mean, we just did a ton of pre-scouting, the whole team. And we're checking things, and you know, every few days we're heading back out, we're pulling cards, and there was so much more to this antelope hunt than we've had in the past, and it was mainly just because we were doing it on our own.
So over the next week, we got some photos in from the spy points we had put up the week before, and we really got some great photos of some really good bucks. So we were all really excited to get out there and give it a try. And there was one spot that seemed to be getting some really good bucks every single day. So I think all of us were kind of like, who gets to sit in that spot first? Although all of those spots actually were really, really good spots,
So unfortunately, the fall hunting season, you got to get up pretty early, especially when you have quite a bit of a drive. So that's exactly what RJ and I did. Got up quite a bit before the sun, packed our lunches, our snacks for the day, because we're gonna sit out all day, sun up to sundown.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, and yourself?
We're good. We're really good. It is the first day of antelope season here, and, well, it's Vicky's birthday, and I got her up making PBJs for Colby and I.
You have chips. You gotta be really quiet when you eat them.
There's 4 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, a couple different jerkies, 2 apples, 2 peaches, like 6 Gatorades, 6 or 8 waters. Good. Okay.
We were ready to go, so we took our drive. It took us probably about 45, 50 minutes to get where we wanted to do. Parked, walked to our blinds, and man, we were so excited. With all the stuff we knew was there somewhere, we just hoped we were at the right place at the right time.
This segment was brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. The Choice is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, Browning Firearms, Dallas Safari Club, Easton Archery, Gammo Air Guns, and Hoyt Archery.
Welcome to our first opening day here in Colorado. We are on a do-it-yourself antelope hunt. RJ and Aubrey are further north. Steve and Jess are pretty much east of us here. We are pretty pumped up and excited. You know, opening morning started just like we would hope. You know, as finally could start seeing, and we could see antelope way out. And, you know, the anticipation of seeing them and just hoping that they're going to come in, and you know you need that heat or whatever to just generate a little bit more to get them thirsty. We were just so excited to be there, to do it all on your own and see if we could make it happen. It didn't take long, and all of a sudden spotted some does. Even though they were far out, once they get in their head they want to drink, here they come. And we had these does come in, and they came to our left. We had to go to the right, and I mean, you're just sitting there in a blind going, oh my gosh, come on, buck, come on, come on, come on, come on. So after pretty much the does left and they weren't alarmed, which is really good. You want to make sure you try not to spook anything. And then all of a sudden we spotted the bucks come up over. They weren't something we were looking for, especially for the first day. But then all of a sudden, here comes a great buck. He comes up over from the same area. And I'm like, oh yeah, if he gives me a shot, oh yeah, we're shooting this guy. So after I shot, my buck runs and goes down, and you know, we're filming some stuff in the blind, and I just look out to my right. Oh, here's a bigger buck. That real big buck with the curl, he came in from our right after I shot. Someone needs to shoot this buck, this other buck. Are you guys gonna move up to here? We probably will, so it's so slow. Okay, all right, Colby's gonna pack everything up. I'm gonna walk and get my truck and come right here. I'm gonna pull in front of the blind just so they see the truck, you know what I mean? Now normally we would just walk up to them, but we have antelope there, a monster buck went that way. Another buck, as I drove up, came here. We want them to see this vehicle, thinking, man, it's just the guys, the ranchers working. We're gonna go drive to my goat, maybe get a picture, tag him, and load him up. Ooh, huh? Oh, buddy, look at that. Ooh, what a beautiful goat. Oh, and the carnage absolutely did its job. Look at that, bud. Interlock, carnage. But broke my Easton FMJ Max. Darn it. Oh, perfect. Look at the hole. Holy moly. Hi, guys.
Way to go, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Beautiful buck.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with him.
Pretty buck. Nice.
Awesome. Congrats.
Thank you. I got lucky. I think I hit a T-post and it reflected back into where I needed to hit.
Yeah, right. We know how you are. You're a good shot. That's awesome. Well, we just get finished helping Ralph load up his buck, and we didn't waste any time. It's getting hot, and we know these bucks are thirsty. All right, one down. There you go.
So Ralph just got a buck down right here in the spot we're in. So we kind of played leapfrog and we jumped in his blind. And there's a lot of action going on in this area. So I think we have a really good chance of getting a shot at a buck today. So
Fingers crossed.
And we really didn't expect anything to happen. We thought there was so much commotion, going on that we were probably just gonna have, a pretty boring sit. So we set up our lunch, we set up our movie, and we got kind of cozy.
Yeah, we were cozy. Well, Jess and I are out here roughing it. We have a movie going, good lunch, snacks, little blankie in here. Now we just need Big Daddy to come in and we'll be good to go. We get settled in there and it's been like an hour or so getting bored, so I put on Lonesome Dove watching a good old country western, and yeah, we were cozy, but little did we know we had Big Daddy coming our way.
We waited for him to come in a little closer. He took his sweet time, of course, like they like to, and just watched him come in, took his time. And I could tell that he was a good buck. He was definitely a shooter buck. My heart was racing, of course, as it always does. Then he decided to go ahead and turn and went broadside.
Oh, you got him. You got him.
So the buck finally went broadside for me. It was a little touch back, I thought, farther than I wanted it to be. He ran out about 80 yards, stopped. We saw him teetering a little bit, and then he went down, so that was exciting. Okay, so we got a big buck down. We're gonna go over there and check him out.
Just what a pretty, pretty buck. Good mass. Just a beautiful buck.
And that was the end of opening day for antelope season. It was exciting as usual. We're very thankful to Joey Menegatti and his family for letting us go out there and to have that opportunity.
This segment was brought to you by Browning, the best there is. This segment is brought to you by Easton, advancing archery's legacy since 1922.
So RJ and I, we take his Jeep, with all of our gear in it, and we are pulling up to our spot where we're gonna hunt out of. And this is it's a natural spring. It's kind of wet in the area. And RJ may or may not have gone a little bit too far and got his Jeep stuck. So, like one does, we get out and try and get it unstuck. It took so long that the sun had already come up and we had to call one of our friends to come grab my car to help pull his Jeep out. Please don't rip my bumper off. Oh, good heavens. How do you feel that your wife's truck got you unstuck?
I know that I'm never gonna live that down, but I feel good that we're out of there.
And I'll just never forget RJ saying that Jeeps don't get stuck, but I'm pretty sure that Jeep got really stuck. So thanks, RJ, for cutting into some of my hunting time. Jerk. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're sitting in the blind, not much is happening. It's getting really, really hot. Just kind of looking up every now and again. And RJ and I, we both look up and there's a couple antelope. And then there's even more antelope coming in. And there is an absolute buttload of antelope coming right in front of us. And, there's a couple good bucks in the group. So, of course, very, very slowly, I get my bow up on my lap and just wait for an opportunity.
We have a whole bunch of antelope out in front of us. They came in, and the one that I was gonna draw back on. I just didn't have a clear shooting lane because we have this rebar in front of us in the blind. I just couldn't get a confident, clear shot on him, which sucks. And it's also hard because you have so many eyes. They just came in a big old group. I mean, they're still just, they want to come in, but I don't know. We'll see what they do.
There were a couple instances where I was ready with my bow. I was gonna draw back and do it all. But they just stayed out a little bit too far, and I'm not gonna take a shot that I'm not comfortable with. So they got to live another day. Well, although I didn't get one today, there's still some time left in the day and some activity going on, so maybe Steve can get something down.
We get tucked in there when we're already seeing bucks moving around. So we're glassing. Jess actually spots a couple bucks coming in from our right, and they were younger bucks, but there was one I would definitely have taken out, but he didn't present a good shot, so we let them go, and long behold, we didn't wait very much longer, and here comes two more bucks right at us. So I put the binos on them, and I could tell this one in the back is big, and it's not the same buck, so my heart is pumping, and they're working their way straight to us, and I know they're coming in, so my heart's pounding. I get the bow settled up. The first buck, he comes in, he's frontal at me. Let him do his thing for a little bit. Been a couple minutes. Then the buck in back, the big buck that I'm after, turns broadside. So I just settled my pin on him, and it was perfect. He went right through him, and he takes off bolting with the other buck, and they go over the crest of the hill. And I told Jess, did that really happen? Jess and I get out of the blind, and we go over there and find the Bloody Easton over there, and we're following the trail right over the hill, and long and behold, he's just laying there at 50 yards right over the hill. Perfect shot. Couldn't be more thankful. I mean, just amazing to have such good action on one water hole, just a few days apart. And man, I don't know what's in that water, but we're gonna be back because that place is good. Team Choice rocked it this year. Some beautiful, beautiful pronghorn bucks hit the ground with our Hoyts, and we couldn't be more happy. Thanks again.
This segment was brought to you by SPYPOINT, the world's #1 cellular trail camera. The Choice is also brought to you by SPYPOINT Trail Cameras, Tracker Off-Road, Traditions Muzzleloaders, Interlock Broadheads, and these fine sponsors.
RJ and I, we once again get in the blind, get set up, everything's ready to go, and pretty much right off the bat, we see a couple bucks, but they are staying way out in the distance, not really wanting to come into the water. Not sure why, I'm just saying, but nothing really came in. Eventually, after what seemed like hours, one of the bucks made his way in, and within a good shooting range for me. So I, of course, get my bow ready, range him again. Draw back. And, I missed. I shot right over his back. I don't know what the heck happened. I couldn't believe that happened. I just looked at RJ and I was like, did I really just do that? I did. I totally did. And it kind of hurt my feelings, but it was a clean miss. It wasn't a bad shot or anything, and he just kind of meandered off, and I didn't get to see him for the rest of the day. And we still stuck it out. We decided to stay. And then eventually, a nice herd came in, and a nice buck came in as well. So we're watching this buck, and he's big. And he starts making his way in, and I'm ranging him, double checking my distance, making sure I'm not gonna shoot over him like I did the last one. And I get my bow up, and I draw back, and I just try and tell myself to relax in a shoe, and I absolutely pinned him. Oh my gosh. Oh, I had multiple opportunities over the past couple days. Everyone else is tagged out, and it's just me. And I had a miss this morning, clean miss, and it's hot. I can tell you that. I don't know what it's 2:22. There's a big storm rolling in over the mountains, and I just shot a buck, and he's down. He's down. 80 yards from the blind. I got a Colorado Pronghorn now. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so happy for you. Oh my gosh. I spotted a dead pronghorn out there. That needs to be tagged and bagged. Well, I finally have my Colorado Pronghorn, and oh my gosh, it's been a whirlwind of a couple of days. Ralph, Steve, and Jess tagged out within the first couple of days of opening season here in Colorado. And, you know, RJ and I, we've been getting up, grinding, had a couple opportunities, a miss in there, unfortunately, but it happens to everyone. And got redemption on this beautiful, beautiful goat. I mean, his ivory tips are freaking huge. And look at the mass. I can't even get my hands around him. He's just beautiful. And thank you, RJ, for sitting with me. It's been a hot couple of days, but we got it done. Finally got a Colorado Pronghorn. So out where we were, there wasn't a lot of reception. Like, we'd get a bar here and there, and we keep each other updated throughout the day. And we decided to not let anyone know that I had shot this big boy, and packed him up, got him in RJ's Jeep, didn't get it stuck this time, and made our way back home and got to surprise Ralph and Vicki with this beautiful buck, and it was awesome.
Did you do it before it started pouring?
Oh, I did it at 2.
Oh, you little snot. Congratulations.
Thank you. I stink.
I was wondering why the heck you guys are texting us. What the heck?
Like, should we text them? Should we not? I don't know.
Did you guys stop at the cave? That's where Dad's at.
Come on. You just wait.
You better get your booty back to the house right now.
Oh,
There's a reason why they weren't texting us. There's a dead antelope in the back of the Did you guys hear him? Oh no, I got 3 cameras on me right now. You better get over here now. Oh damn, you should see the freaking mass on this thing, Ralph!
Whatever!
No, I'm dead serious!
Really?
Yes!
We're here, Dad.
We're not lying!
I had to go run back in and grab your coat. Here, it's cold. Not call us.
No, seriously, look at this.
Holy crap, Aubrey!
But isn't that great?
Oh, that's awesome! Look at the prongs.
So my question is when you sent us a picture of the storm?
Yeah, did you see that antelope in there?
No, was there an antelope in there?
Yeah, I was waiting for you guys.
Are you kidding me? Now I gotta go back in.
It's to the right.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Look at that! That is so crazy. Good job. We should have totally zoomed in on their photo.
You would have. I don't know about you, but I think that's a great way to start the fall hunting season. Now we got meat in the freezer and got to take home a really, really beautiful buck.
Well, we always have a really fun, exciting antelope season. I think every year something really cool happens, and we enjoy our time in the blind. And this year, having some really good friends along to share it with us just made it even more special.
Steve, Jess, Aubrey, and myself all tagged out. Got fresh pronghorn in the freezer. We've got great memories. We got tremendous animals. But more than anything, we did it as a team. You've heard me say this through our videos, our DVDs, and now the shows for 40 plus years. But I'm gonna end it with this. Sharing it with the family and friends, that is what hunting's all about. And we wanna thank you all for making your choice the choice.
Closed captions brought to you by Wounded Warrior Outdoors, providing wounded servicemen and women with therapeutic outdoor adventures.
Sorry, we took a break and now I'm not in the groove.
Wired them, got everything ready to go. What was I supposed to say? QHD, right, Eddie? Or FHD?
I think it's FHD we want.
FHD?
I thought it was, because
I thought it was Q.
I thought QHD. No, you're right. You're right.
Say that again, Eddie?
QHD.
No.
You're right.
No, that I was right.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I regret that.
All right, I have to ask. So you named him, and that's a funny story.
No, it's so I didn't want to. Unless you want me to say it.
No, we can't say that.
Ralph named him the buck, or did I? I don't remember.
We can't say it.
No, Ralph named him because he had a really.
So no, we definitely can't use that. And we just got in and, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
You're good.
I don't know why I was shaking my head. Turn the went broadside.
Man, you can't hear me, my face.
Pardon me. Oh, pardon me. Oh.
You better get out of here, man. It's too early for that stuff. It's 3 something. 3:52. 3:52.
What are you doing over here?
Archie, don't get my toes. For real. Archie, don't get my toes. And, I don't know if you can see what's behind me or not, but see that guy? See that handsome devil back there? Yeah, that's him. As you can clearly see, I'm very pregnant too, so. And now he's on our wall forever and ever and ever.
We're actually gonna move him off.
Well, yeah, this ain't my wall. This is the set. No, he's coming back to my house. This is not my house.
Shh, you're breaking the illusion.
Oh, sorry, am I breaking the fourth wall?
Yeah, no, this is our cabin, remember?
Oh, yeah, duh. Yeah, so Archer and I, we live here. Welcome to our crib. There's a DeWalt power tool over there. Can of Febreze. You know. I can't even fit my hands around him.